The Flash is a student forum for students produced by students. Students make all content, decisions, research, write, shoot, and broadcast news stories they deem important to the Eastview community. Stay tuned for The Flash.
Hey, what is going on, Eastview? We got 3 great stories for you today. Our first, we talk about Zoom raids and what's going on there. Lastly, we got a little insight about what Mr. Miller has to think. Stay tuned for The Flash. Next, a boss shows us on what's going on with some of these Zoom raids.
By now, everyone and their grandmas have heard of the online video conferencing app, Zoom. With schools, businesses, and even governments using it to talk to one another, people have found a way to join in and mess with them. As more and more people start using Zoom by the day, there have been an increase in Zoom raids where random people and even YouTubers like Jack
I just
Doherty
transferred to the school and the principal said, for you to go to yourself.
and Tumad have been joining classes, shouting and screaming, usually ending in the teacher having to close the class and reopen it, wasting teachers and students' time. These Zoom raids, schools have been banning Zoom, like Berkeley High School in California. Just remember, there are ways you can stop more Zoom raids from happening, like not disturbing your class or being the problem, and not giving out your class codes, because that's the easiest way for people to get in. Just remember, Eastview, that your education is important, and you shouldn't let anybody take that away from you. Signing off for The Flash, this is a boss.
Lastly, we take a look at what Mr. Miller has to think of this whole coronavirus.
First year with a new job is always hard, but it's even harder with the pandemic going on. We set up an interview with Mr. Miller answering you guys' questions, and these are his responses.
I will tell you this, there is going to be a graduation ceremony. We will do something. Now, pick the 2 ends of the continuum and figure out where that's going to be, and somewhere in the middle we may land. But is it one where we can figure out a way where we can have a live, socially distanced opportunity for students to come by and get recognized, or is it completely virtual? So somewhere in the middle there is probably where we're going to end up, and we need to make those decisions soon because we're about a month away, about a month and 1 week away from when graduation is. So we've got to make some of those decisions. As for parking permits, it'll likely be a partial refund relative to how long we were in school third quarter, and we'll just prorate that back out. And so we'll be getting refunds to students that way. For spring sports, there will be the same thing. I think we'll just give refunds. There's been some conversation if you wanted to just roll it over to next year, you just keep it in your account. And if you're playing, if you wanted a parking permit next year, that money would still be there. I think right now what we're thinking is that we'll just give the refunds out and be able to give it when people make those requests. And I'm not even sure if we'll even need to make requests. We may just be able to go in and look for everything that's been paid in the fee pay and just be able to give those BAS refunds back. This is led by our senior group, and they certainly, with our senior parent group, and they certainly work with us to have the building. I will tell you that right now there's no way that they'll be able to have a senior party within our building. So we're going to have to figure that out. So is there a way that if things start to open up more, can we postpone that and do it down the road and still have something similar for that? That still remains to be seen, and we would do everything we could to support that. But to right now, with all the parameters that we have with physical distancing, to say that on June 6th, we can put close to 600 students with lots of parents into our building and have an all-night party is not likely to happen either.
Signing out for The Flash, this is Kevin with videographer Hailey.
We didn't have school last week on Friday. I know I didn't do anything special. Let's see what Erik did. Stay tuned for the credits.
Hey, there's no school today. There's no online school today. Got a free day. We can do whatever. We could go to the mall. We could go to the movies. IKEA. The other mall. We can do anything today. We got all day. All day. No online learning. Don't even have to check in. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Come on.